Hey Gina, that was a struggle. Sorry about that, guys. That was not a smooth start. It was not accepting my camera angle. And I just need to go in and delete that other video real quick. So, as you're jumping on, please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. And let me just get rid of that other one, because it's very cringy knowing it's alive out there. And I also don't want to confuse people as to which is which. Let's see. Delete forever? Yes, please. All right. And now for what we're supposed to be watching. See, it says it's working. All right, this is when I start to sweat. Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? Okay. I am definitely gonna take a big glug of wine. All right, here we go. All right. Hey, Amber, how are you? Hello, Miss Renee. Glad you guys could find me. Sorry about that. Thank you, Gina. All right. Glad you guys could find me. Sorry about... Don't want to hear my own voice, let alone hear it twice. All right. Don't know what was going on with the camera angle, but I was doing something very wrong. So, tonight we're going to be doing a fall wreath. And technically it's an unboxing from TCT Crafts that I already unboxed, just because I wanted to see what I was working with, because sometimes I don't pull enough stuff. So I'm very excited because we all know I love my ficus, and Melissa has heard my woes and has given me some of these beautiful, and I'm pretty sure they're the rose leaves that I love so much. So these are golden yellow and rust birch leaf stems. Fancy. Fancy. Okay, so we got a lot going on here. So this is like ficus's bougie aunt. All right, let's see. Hello, Cassie. Okay, so we found each other. I'm so glad. Hello, Juanita. You're in, oh my gosh, Washington, right? I am so ashamed. Hey, Sydney. Nice to see you. Washington. I'm so bad. I really should have paid attention in school. I thought, you know what, you're never going to need this. Oh, Gina, you're using these same ones? And Sydney is loving these too. You know what? I think I might even use these. I'm going to put a little bit of the rose leaves in the back, because these have so much detail on them and movement that I'm going to use them in the front. So yes. Oh, I love that you're using them at the same time. That's awesome. Okay. So, how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. It is, I'm saying it's chilly just because it looks like gloomy today, but it's really not. But I'm in red wine mode. I'm in sweatshirt mode. I don't know. That's just the vibe right now. Cassie, how is it out in Vegas? Hot in Oklahoma. And how hot is it, Sydney? All right, so we have these that we're working with. We have these, which, so these are the green birch leaf with Eva leaves and berry spikes. She really put together a really nice box of stuff. The way these things all coordinate, very muted, okay, because look, she knows I'm a sucker for the peonies, and look at these. Like, they kind of look like they're, okay, my head's not that small, but beautiful golden peonies. So she gave us 3 of these. Then we have these dahlias, which, oh my gosh. Real Touch Burgundy Bellflowers. I'm not even kidding. These feel like, they kind of feel like leather or suede. Look at that. Look at like the level of detail. This is when I say that artificial florals have come such a long way that anybody who wants to like be snobby about it, like they're just so missing out. And then what are these? Dahlia stem. Oh, those are dahlias, and these are bellflowers. Look at these cuties. These are also Real Touch. Beautiful. See, she gives me such beautiful flowers, and sometimes I'm like, gee, they're kind of like, I feel like they are destined for an arrangement where someone can really sit there and just stare at them. But then I'm like, but what about when I don't want to answer the door? What about when that Jehovah's Witness is just sitting there knocking? They don't, because I let Bruno just bark at them until they go away. Nothing against the witness. I just don't like anybody ringing my doorbell unless I've invited them. So, hello, Robin. Okay, so it's very hot in Oklahoma, I bet. 103, Sydney. Holy cow. Cassie is under heat warning. Oh, and so is Sydney. Yep. And our green-eyed butterfly designs, our beautiful Amber is loving the materials from TCT Crafts. If you're shopping it, promo code Cara15, save 15%. Girl math it, spend 15% more. Always my advice. Oh, you are right. You are right. They do go well with my hair. And Robin is saying hello to all the fellow creatives out there. It is so fun when we all get to meet up every week. Or I don't know. Maybe I got a whole thing. I'm just drawing the Oklahoma crowd. Now this, I don't remember where I got it, which is kind of sad. But this is what I might throw into the mix. All right. Cassie, why are you putting school ahead of us? I don't understand. Okay, this is my thought. This didn't come in the box, and I'm not sure. It could be from TCT Crafts. It might be. I don't know. But I was thinking, what do you guys think about kind of throwing this into the mix? It could overpower it. It could kind of take away because it's such a big bloom. I could have also used the cabbage roses, which would have been smaller. Oklahoma is the place. All right. Loving it. Little Oklahoma pride. I know, Cassie. You'll be back in your crafting area in no time. Aren't they beautiful? I don't know. Should I just wait and do something separate with them? Do I have cabbage roses here? I do. Okay, I'm gonna hold off. I could sprinkle some of these in if I want. I keep hoarding these is what I'm doing. Okay. Either or. Okay. All right, we're gonna hold on to those for something else. I don't know what I want to do with them. It's like when I eat, I like to save the best bite for last. And I will say, not that I hold a grudge or anything, but probably, let's see, my daughter was probably 6. So 16 years ago, up at the beach in Biddeford Pool, Maine, I was eating a lobster, and I saved the best bite for last, okay? It was a part of the tail. No. It was, yes. No. It was part of the claw. Best bite. And my little brother took it off my plate and ate it. And I am still mad about it. So, do I hold a grudge? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And how am I going to get him back? I don't know, but now I'm mad at him. I am mad at him, and now I must do something to him. And he won't know why, but I will see him Sunday, and I will do something bad to him. Yeah. I'll put an ant in his drink, maybe. That's what I'll do. Amber has worked with those same magnolias, loved them. Amber, do you know where you got them from? Are you comfortable sharing? Let's see. Robin, you got them too. You're doing the same thing. You're hanging on to them. It's crazy. I hope somebody... Okay, sometimes I need to remind myself to, like, work while I'm yapping. I would love for people to see Robin's work because she considers herself a beginner and her work is beautiful, which tells me that is Robin's gift, her natural given gift, because her work is really, really gorgeous. So Robin, you don't need to wait on me. You don't need to wait on anybody because it's already there inside of you. You are giving it, girl. Giving it. So you just follow your instincts because they are already there. Somebody does that to you, Sydney, too? Ah, so annoying. So annoying. Amber, I want to be as petty as 50 Cent. Like, I want to be petty. I don't want to be mean. Like, I don't want to, like, hurt somebody's feelings. But, like, something like that, yeah. I think I am going to find an ant. And I am going to put it in his drink. Oh, Amber, I want to see it. Hello, Diane. How dare you be late? Because you know I was late. I was late to get my hair done today, and I was like 3 minutes late. I was 7 minutes late for this, I believe. I walked in and I was like, I will wash my own hair. I am so sorry. You do not mess with the stylist schedule at all. It throws them off so badly. And I know that. This I know. It scares me. All right. So we're going to be doing a crescent wreath. Okay. I love these because they are so, I think, simple to do as far as like finding balance. So if you're somebody who is newer to wreath making, or you're looking to, you know, stock up for a craft show, you stock in your Etsy shop, all of those things, I feel like this is the easiest way. Like, this is one of the easier styles to do. The other thing is, if you wanted to invest the time, the energy, and money to monogram, you can monogram any of these, and that is a really big way to sell on Etsy. I will say, though, you have to be prepared to either have everything in stock, or, you know, you have to find a font that is in, like, Michael's or Hobby Lobby that people like. I went with a font that is custom cut and not sold around here, and so it made a lot of, like, I had to buy 3 of every letter and have everything in stock, and that was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So typical. I made everything a little bit harder than it needed to be, you know, just to have something that was a little different. But if you are somebody who had someone who cut letters near you, you could do anything you wanted. Like, you know, you can make it a lot easier on yourself. Yes, you guys should see Robin. And Robin, when are you launching your page? We talked about this last week, and I'm not trying to put pressure on you. Like, I'm not saying, like, it needed to happen. But just remember that you had lots of people here rooting for you. Here you pair plum magnolias and chartreuse ones. I'll have to... Yes, everyone wants to see Robin's work. Robin, I hope I'm not, like, putting you on the spot in, like, a bad way. And Amber, I have to go back now that I've seen... Now that I know that I'm, like, hoarding mine, too. Because I love that chartreuse color. I think it just is so fresh. So beautiful. All right, so I am using these as ficus. I am just using these kind of as, like, background noise. Because the foliage that we got is so fancy that I can't even imagine just putting this in the background. I can't do it. I won't do it. Will not. Will not. And yes, like I said before, anybody who wants to drop a link to your socials, you have a live coming up. I know that Amber does lives. Amber does a lot of lives. So if you wanted to do it on, whether it's her Facebook, TikTok, any of those things. Okay, yep, Amber's got one coming up on TikTok. And Amber, can you drop a link? I don't think YouTube is picky about that. If I'm wrong, then don't do it, obviously. I know TikTok's, ow, ooh, hot glue. TikTok has a ton of rules. I know you can't even say like store or something like that. Like I don't know how you guys navigate that, because it seems like it changes and it freezes stores and all that stuff. I can't go on TikTok because I get so distracted. I have literally bought like children's barrettes, and I don't have like a young child. I have an adult child, so I don't go on TikTok. I can't handle the distractions with my ADHD. Just ain't happening. All right, so Robin is very grateful for everybody's kindness and support. And let's see. Okay, Amber is working on it in the next few weeks. She's got her baby granddaughter's first birthday. So yes, you gotta enjoy that stuff. You know what? That is why a lot of us get into this, is for that flexibility. And so we don't want to kind of be too bogged down with feeling like we have to do this. Like, we don't have to do this. We want to do this. We get to do this. And part of that feeling is doing things on our own creative schedule when we can. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but when it does, like, ideally that's how it should be. So family first. That's very exciting that your granddaughter is turning 1. Yay! Oh, you're talking to me. Amber, I love how direct you are with me. I love it. I really do. Okay. I gotta back up the truck. You need to come see me next Monday on evening on TikTok. Okay. Can you message me on Instagram or Facebook, whatever the thing is, and just tell me when so I can mark my calendar? Because I feel like Monday nights are usually pretty doable. Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. Because I would love to see it. What do you got planned? And also, so for anybody else, Amber, TikTok next Monday. And let's see, Sydney just finished 2 matching arrangements. Her dentist friend had the worst arrangements at his receptionist area. They look like Walmart cemetery swag. So you just brought them home and rearranged them. Isn't that so funny? I have like when you just can't take it, or I have delivered, let me see, I got 3 of these to work with. All right. And these guys are gorgeous. Let me give you guys a SKU real quick. Okay, artificial cream peony stem. SKU number is 42755A. And -CR for cream. Yeah, I have had I've gone to clients' houses. There was one that had her Easter wreath up, literally through the winter, and she had a letter on it. So the paint had faded and all this stuff, and I just took it with me. I didn't even ask. I was like, I'm just taking it. I do love a good wreath rehab. I have another client. She has over a dozen of my wreaths, and I feel like it's like a little wreath hospital because they're years and years old. And even if you do care for your wreath and you take care of it and it's been sprayed and all that stuff, they're not meant to last forever. So I mean, when you can zhuzh them up and give them back new, you put a fresh bow on it, you take a few of the leaves out that have maybe turned a little bit bluish. I think that's so fun. It's like plastic surgery for your wreath. Thank you, Kip. I appreciate it. Hey, Diane. Hello. Nice to see you, my friend. Always nice to see you. Angela from Battle of Wreath won last night. What was last night? I don't know. But I love her. I love her, and her husband together are like the cutest thing. I mean, like, not all husbands or partners would be like super enthusiastic about, you know, like creating and flowers and all that stuff, but they are like a legit team. Like seeing them, when we did go down to Mississippi for the Derby, he had helped create part of like the thing for the saddle. I don't know if it's the buckle, whatever it was, but I mean, like, he would just like drop her off in the morning at TMI Gifts, and he's like, go have fun. He's like, I'll find something to do. He's like, don't worry about me. I mean, very like low maintenance, like not like I'm gonna make you feel guilty. He was genuinely just happy to see his wife happy. And I was like, that's a good partner right there. Like when you want to see your partner like thrive like that is love. And at the gala, he like requested their song, and oh my, like I think I was tearing up, and I was feeling rather bitter at the moment. So for me to be like, oh, love, I was like, darn you, Terry. How dare you make everyone love right now. It's very sweet. Amber's gonna drop her link. How do you watch the contest? Okay, I gotta figure that out. Okay, Amber's dropping her link for TikTok. They are adorable, yes, because Amber was also there. Cassie, you're gonna get everything that you deserve, and I mean that in the best way. Sometimes when I say someone's going to get what they deserve, I mean it, but in a totally different light than that. Carolina, how are you, my beautiful friend? I'm so glad you found me. And yes, Robin, I'm getting so excited. So excited. I am going to be doing a tree and a mantle, and it's going to be in its own, like, area. So, like, they're going to be in the store to watch the designers, which I think is so cool. But, so, like, I'm trying to, like, envision the space, because my space is, like, in its own area of the showroom because they coordinate. So I'm like, ooh, I've been watching that designer, Blaine, and he's been doing this, like, braiding thing with the ribbon, and I'm like, man, I keep thinking, I'm like, I want to do something, like, you know, wow, like special, you know, it's a little bit intimidating when you keep seeing all these like wows, and I'm not afraid of it. It's not that. I'm excited about it, but I'm like, it makes me, you know, you want to like up your game. It makes you like, you want to up your creativity level. So I'm very excited. Amber, sometimes when I say you're going to get what you deserve, nah. You know I love you. I can't even fake it. And Cassie, it is so true. I mean, I feel like our friendship has, you know, we get each other, and you are going to get what you deserve, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. And yes, he will come around when the time is right. Carolina hopes everyone is doing great. It seems like folks are. All right, so we have our cream peonies in. Now we're gonna go to our Real Touch Dahlias, which again, these babies, they feel like suede, gorgeous. Did I already take a tag off of one? Okay. All right, so. I don't want to hide anything. So I've got these, and I've got, I was going to say bell peppers. That is not the right word. Bellflowers. Okay, so these are bigger, so I'm going to put these more here, but I want them to be prominent. I don't want anything hidden with these guys. I have done something to Amber's algorithm because now natural lip fillers are popping up. You're welcome, Amber. Good Lord, I am cooked. I am cooked. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. All right, let's see. Let's stretch these babies out. I do not want you hidden at all. So we're going to just bend, like calisthenics, bend it. Little Suzanne Summers. Just channel her a little bit. All right, and then let's repeat that in between these two peonies down here. I just love when Melissa sends me peonies. It's like she's speaking my floral love language. Yeah, so there's a little ramp up in orders this week, and I know I've been saying lately, like I kind of feel like myself again, but like yesterday I was like, I didn't come upstairs until, I think it was like almost 10, cooked dinner. And I was like, this is how it used to be. I used to feel that energized, that I was like not tired. I was excited. I was designing my little heart out, and I was happy about it. Good stuff. So, okay, the rust stems. I know, Amber. I am cooked. Let's see, the artificial golden yellow and rust birch leaf stems are 42066A. Promo code CARA15, save 15%. I know it seems cheesy to keep saying it, but if somebody's missed it, I feel like I gotta say it. Okay. Then we have our bellflowers, and I feel like I'm gonna put these on the end, but before I do that, I am going to start to go in with our beautiful birch leaves. And now these babies are going to shine. And then maybe we'll pepper in our purple. They're not called purple, they're like called like aubergine or something. I'm totally saying that wrong. Whatever they're called, those dark purple cabbage roses that I have. We'll pepper some in, I think, just to create a little drama. You know, your girl loves a little bit of drama now and then. So, is it Kip, or am I just, like, assuming that it's Kip? Because you can just correct me. If you haven't noticed, Amber corrects me when I haven't asked. But I'm actually asking you. So, if it's not Kip, please let me know. So, these are from TCT Crafts, which is... The website is TCT Crafts, tctcrafts.com. And my girl Melissa puts together these boxes once a month for me. And she's also an amazing designer. So these are all from her. And excellent quality material. She's also a fantastic designer. So we love when we get a box from her. And yet, oh, look at you, Amber. Thank you. Here I am talking smack, and then you go and do something nice. Isn't that how it always works? Then I feel guilty. Kip. Okay. All right, Kip. Thank you. And you were helping me. I know. See, Amber, I almost... Are you spite helping? Is this spite help? Because honestly, I feel like that's like something my mom would do. That's like... I don't know if it's Irish guilt, Catholic guilt, whatever it is, it's well played. All right, so as I said before, I was kind of laying this down as just kind of my groundwork, like how I'd use ficus. But look at like the movement on this, okay? Because I always feel like the ficus and even like our rose leaves or tea leaves, rose leaves, they're kind of flat, okay? But this has a lot of motion to it, which is why I wanted to have this laying on top. So even though we already have leaves here, that's okay. because this bougie aunt to the rose leaf is going to be coming up on top. So, you know, there's definitely going to be a price variance, but you're going to be getting what you pay for. Okay, so everything kind of serves its purpose, serves its price point, all of those good things. Yes, Cassie, Green Eye Butterfly Designs is amber. Yes, like the amber from the group. Yes, reunited and it feels so good. Amber, you remember Cassie? Cassie, I feel like you were always under Cassie. I don't think you were under a business name. One and the same. Amber's like, yep. I don't know why, Robin, I looked at that really quick and it looked like it said a-hole, and I still was okay, okay with whatever you were saying. Oh boy. It's just one of those days. So funny. God, I just love your humor. It is just hysterical. Oh my gosh, so Cassie has been subscribing to Amber and watching you anyways. Didn't even realize it was you. Yes. And Robin, you're so nice. Sorry. Now let me get back on track that you did not say a. Let's get back that you were actually being very kind, and I just totally twisted it with my distorted view of how I read things. Ugh. These things are making it so full. You could do an entire wreath. Like if you wanted to do a whole wreath, and I said this before with another one of the bushes that we had from TCT Crafts, like you could absolutely do a whole bush of this. Because keep in mind, we have this as well, and there's going to be a ton of movement. This is the spike, I think it's called like a spike berry bush. So you really could get away with very few materials. If you recall, like what I pulled out of the box, it wasn't a ton of stuff. Aw, Cassie's proud of Amber. Which Amber has really, like, dug down and done the work. And, like, she said, just wait. She's like, you just wait and see. And honestly, I'm like, I see her everywhere. She was not kidding. She has been so determined. Not only is she doing tons of stuff on social media, in groups, she designs live, she's on all the platforms. She was doing the painted tree. That's, you know, that store closed, but she was doing it. She does like that high-end craft fair. I mean, Amber does a ton of things. I don't exactly know how she finds the time to do all the things that she does, but it is very impressive. And somehow she makes time to still sass me. And yes, Robin, I will absolutely serve time and time out with you. I'm just going to use this last guy under here. Left a little bald spot. Okay. Now, let's go to our spiky little flowers here. Kip, you're in West Virginia. What was the name of the craft? So it's T as in Tom, C as in Crafts, T as in Tom. TCT Crafts. And so I design with them regularly, but once a month we definitely get like a specific kit from them. And then you'll also just see that I use her materials, like I shop with her as well. And then also, if you look on the website, you'll see what Melissa designs with her supplies. But everything that comes in is very, very high end. So here we are with our green birch leaf with Eva leaves and berry spikes. Okay, so I cut this into 3 pieces. And I always like to think about things like if I were a new designer or if I was somebody who just did not want to do a ton of shopping, a ton of pairing. Okay, like look at all the elements that are on here. We have our foliage, we have some different types of greenery. Oh, Steve is over here. Come here, Steve. Always be careful when our pets are near our glue materials, our glue tools. Today we're calling Steve Fang. Do you want to tell them why? Is your tail going? Yep. Well, today Mama's calling me Fang because I went to bite Bruno and I missed. Or actually, you didn't miss. Mama stopped you and you bit Mama's arm. Yep. I didn't think that Chewini could break the skin, but Fang did. And so we have not spoken a lot today. Hey, how are you, Kim? Yep, Fang is now sitting there. He is bad. And like my daughter was kind of proud of him. She was like vicious. I'm like, seriously though, I had to get out of bed early to like go wash my arm. If TCT is having a sale, all right, Robin, you want to rub it in, you will go to timeout. There is a giant bin of wreaths in my corner, and that's where I envision you sitting on top of those wreaths, just like waiting to come out. And I'm like, nope. He is cute. But I mean, he bit me. And I was like, all those times he has, I guess, bitten Bruno, I just kind of thought they were like little love, like, I don't know. I didn't think he could break skin. Now I feel bad. I'm like, he's so lucky. Bruno, where are you? Bruno, here. Bruno. I just heard him. Wait, if Bruno is around, I don't know if he's watching TV. I don't know where he is. The fact that Bruno tolerates Steve's shenanigans is amazing, because he certainly doesn't need to. Yeah, Robin, you're more than fine. Robin totally snaked a bunch of supplies from me, took a bunch of hydrangea. I think she did it out of spite. I'm not even sure she used them. I bet she just put them in a basket and just laughed and laughed because she knew I wanted them. Yes, TCT Crafts had an awesome sale. I think everything was 50% off. And they were like supplies that weren't, I mean, like technically they're seasonal, but really like they're things that people want all year round, specifically these pink hydrangea. And I put things in my cart, but then they weren't in my order. And then I found out Robin got them. I'm not going to say I'm bitter. I'm wounded, Kip. I mean, I thought Robin and I were closer than that. Yes, I know, Cassie. I know. You wouldn't do that to me. I mean, I wouldn't do it to you either. It was funny because I was like, oh, they didn't arrive. And Robin's like, I got some. And I'm like, what? It was like a slow motion, like, what? Yes, I do believe, Amber, we did have a falling out. But the only difference would be that I don't take accountability. That's it. Aside from that, I'd say nothing, because I don't want to take responsibility over the reindeer incident, and I still have 2 that are unused. I might even, yeah, I have 2. They're unused. Ooh, the laurel. What about the laurel, Carolina? Carolina, I will end this stream right now. I will say that this wreath is done. Carolina is, oops, that would have been great if I hit myself. Carolina is saying not to sleep on the laurel at TCT Crafts. Ooh, and hello, Connie. How are you, my friend? All right, so you used yours and sold yours. I hoarded mine. It's like the last piece of lobster. It's saying in Chile. Cassie, we would have a lot of fun in timeout. And if you are able to come and join us on Thursdays, you will see that Robin is also someone you would enjoy being in timeout with because she is hysterical. And I don't think you were on at the time, but Robin is newer to designing and she's fantastic. And Robin, let me introduce you to Cassie because part of how I fell in love with Cassie and her work is that she started from using the supplies that her grandmother left her, and she does amazing work. And I kind of always feel like it's how she stays connected to her grandmother, and I also feel like it's how her grandmother is like looking down and staying connected to her. So it's a very, very special thing. I love it. And that's just how I got to know beautiful Miss Cassie. All love. And it's always great to like learn people's stories and how they got started and what got them interested and all of those things. And I just think that's a very special story. I don't know. Am I focused, Robin? Am I think again, it's like we get to do the things that we love. And I appreciate you, my friend, so thank you. I'm still waiting for Bruno because I want you guys to see how big Bruno is and how much he could beat Steve's butt. And the fact that he lets little Steve bite him, oof, makes me so mad. What's on Thursdays? Hey, Jackie, nice to see you. Let's see. I don't know what's on Thursdays. What is on Thursdays, guys? Feel free to call it out. I know Amber is on TikTok on Monday. Does somebody have something on Thursday? Today's not Thursday. No. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, I'm going to put these here because I want them to get lots of attention. Aren't the colors fantastic? Can take 0 credit since Melissa curated this box. Able to join me on Thursday. I meant Tuesdays. Tuesday is like my regimented day because I work, I get my hair did, and then I do this. So like that is how I've kept my structure. Yeah, that is how. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm not good with sticking to a schedule. So, and if for some reason I can't make it, which has only happened once, this is very heavy, I see. I will put up a video at 7 o'clock. So, but I'll try and warn people if that's the case anyways. But yes. And Cassie, a few weeks ago, I went to my salon and I had no appointment. I just sat there like a fool. Like a fool. Yes, well, it's exciting that you have class on that day too. You should just keep this on and just type the question. Well, what class is it, actually? Because if it involves math, then you should not be on this channel. Psychology, this might be a good one. Because you could be like, oh, let me just ask this totally crazy woman. Like, let me just ask about some of her symptoms. I'll be right back, and I'll give you the best answer I can. And I shipped off my housewife wreath, and it arrives on Friday, and I'm very happy. I know I gave you guys kind of like a sneak peek last week, and I will be posting. See, I put this so heavy down here. My final pics of it, but I'm happy with the way it came out. So I hope she likes it, because I feel like she always likes those really bright colors, and I feel like it pushed the envelope with the bright colors. But we will see what the client thinks, as that is what matters. Geography, I know. I go on Tuesdays. Oh God, what have I done? Oh, Cassie, you are going to be an amazing counselor. Decorator of the Housewives, I would love it. Yes, Robin, I am going to be doing that kit, and there are 5 left, because I just looked today. I was just curious, because honestly, like, I wish there were, like, a bunch, because I would have really liked to have seen, like, a bridal party be able to do it, only because, like, I've seen a bridal party be able to do it, and I just love the idea of, like, a bride being able to put, like, all those folks, like, to work for that common goal. But there's 5 left. That thing's gonna be, like, really, I think it's gonna be such a cost saver if people use it that way. And I only have 3. Hold on a sec. Do I have more of these out? Do I, Steve? I don't think I do. Okay. I think that it is it's going to be a great design for anybody who wants to DIY their own wedding. And I also think that it's nice to have some artificial florals for your wedding, because you can do them so far in advance, and it's a cost saver. Not, like, I know there's a lot of inflated pricing for weddings, but I also don't want to give, like, wedding florists, like, a bad rep, because there's a reason why wedding flowers cost so much, and them coming to do installations and all that stuff, like, there's a reason. But if you can get something done months and months in advance, and people get to take them home, or people get to take their bouquet and actually, like, drop them in a vase and be able to look at their bouquet when they walk into their home and just, like, think about that special day, I absolutely love it. The bouquet itself is amazing. I mean, like, the bush that we're going to be using. So there's 5 of those. Last week we did the princess baby girl arrangement, and I have to say, it actually turned out, like, way more elegant than I thought. And I'm not saying that, like, in a bad way. It still definitely can work for, like, a baby's nursery. I just think it could also be, like, a centerpiece for anybody who loves pink. I just, like, I was like, it was more of a transitional item than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to do the baby boy in a few weeks. Diane, I believe you have the baby boy for November, because you have a baby boy grandson on the way. So I want to make sure that we do it in that time frame. Not that you need any assistance by any means, but I just thought it'd be fun. So there are either 3 or 5 of those kits left. I can't remember. I think there's 3 baby girl kits and 5 baby boy kits. I was checking tonight on, like, the numbers on that. So I figure we'll do that in a few weeks. But I do want the wedding one to be the next one that we do. So I want to get that scheduled. And also, I think that's just great for, like, people who like monochromatic. You know what I mean? Ooh, I am loving the pops of purple. Give me more purple. I don't want the big magnolias. That's kind of, no, that's too much. That's too crazy. Let's see. You're at Hobby Lobby right now? Oh my gosh. yes, I'm going to do the live. I feel like I've already done the unboxing of the wedding kit, so maybe I'll just find it and like repost it, I guess. I don't want to like totally bore people with like unboxing and making things like super salesy, especially if I've already shown it. So I think it exists somewhere in the world, so I'll find it. How does this look? Let me see. So yes, we'll be doing that live, and that'll be the next one. So I'll probably do that within the next couple of weeks. I'll definitely do it before I go down to TMI gifts. So there's 5 more of those. Where is this gap? It's so hard to see at this angle. I don't know why this just made me think of when Michael Strahan for, yeah, because that's an easy transition. For, you know how he's got like that giant gap in his teeth? For April Fool's Day, he like had it filled, and I was like, leave it filled, but no. He loves the gap. That's his thing. Me, my wreaths are not feeling the Michael Strahan gap. We have to fill. We have to fill the gap. But it is very hard to see at this angle. Which is why pretty much after every video, I end up going back and filling something, and it's typically at the bottom. Metaphysical. Okay, so it's kind of going to be like a holistic approach, Carolina, is what I'm thinking. Smells like sage, Palisanto. I love that. I think that there's a lot to be said for things that naturally make you feel good, and then also having the talking piece to it. So, like, I love sound baths. I think that there's something very therapeutic to it, but then also if you pair that with someone who was also qualified to talk to you about, you know, the things that you wanted to talk about, would be amazing. All right, Cassie has class starting. Pay attention, get good grades. We love you. Yeah, all right. I know, Kib, I was like toying with it, but I think this mood is definitely where we wanted to go. All right, and let's see. Yeah, so we'll do a little zhuzh so that the green is just evenly dispersed. And then the last thing that I do is so for the back of the wreaths, and this varies by people, like people who design differently, is that I always have the stems just going straight through. Okay, so if you're looking at this, these are all door scratchers. So what I do is I go and I snip them off. Okay, but when I'm snipping them off, that's the part that has the most glue on it. So I take my glue gun and I go through, and wherever I snipped, okay, I go back and I'm gonna put more glue on it. Obviously I'm just gluing that one part that I just snipped. And then I take some reindeer moss, which I didn't bring it over, but it's just like that green moss, and I put it on top so it's like nice and soft. And that way I don't have to worry about my client's door getting scratched. And then like the final thing I do, and technology is catching up and places are producing products that say that they're UV protected. However, the chances of everything having UV protection on it is not that likely. So I always use Krylon UV protection. I've been using this forever. I actually spray the front and the back of the leaves. I spray this usually like a couple times. For my own wreaths, I do it at the end of every season, at the beginning of every season. So not only does this protect it from the UV rays, because if you think about it, it's kind of like adding just that coating that the UV rays are going to slowly eat away at. So instead of your leaves turning blue kind of quickly, it's just that extra layer. But I also like to encourage my clients to get it too. You know, if wreaths are expensive, you don't want to buy, you know, a wreath for $200 and have it last a season. Like, that would make me not want to buy a wreath again. So I like to give them all the tools possible. You obviously, you can't really ship spray paint. So I like to include a care card in my orders that just let people know that this exists. And I also have a video somewhere that just shows people, you know, how you can steam, how you can pack your bow, all of that stuff. So this is tagged somewhere in the video. Because I get it at Michael's. I think I have it tagged at Amazon too, but it's really, it's a lot more expensive. So get it at Michael's if you're going to get it. All right. Awesome. Deep blue. I know, Robin, you got the thing for the deep blue. That's like your thing, and I like that. I like that you have like a signature thing that you're drawn to. It's very cool. It's very cool, my friend. That is like part of your like your guiding. See, I should have spit it out when I had it, and then I tried to get all cute about it, and then I lost it. But those are like your instincts. Those are your natural creative instincts guiding you, and I love that. Yes. All right. Well, Kip, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was awesome getting to design with you. And Robin, always fun having your freshness with me. And yeah, so we'll be back next week. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something fun. So I hope you guys like this. This is our fall wreath this week, starring TCT Crafts materials. If you like these these supplies, I will put them in the description. If you shop them at tctcrafts.com, use promo code KARA15 and save 15%. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Bye.